to the finish line. Liddy pumping her fist in the air. She knows she has the victory. Liddy takes goal. Michaelia Liddy out of the Sandy Point Primary School. What a brilliant run. Followed there by Williams from the Tail Williams and Baraka Wrigley, also of the Tail Williams Primary School. A very good run there by
Well, Sylvester never say until it's all over, because it looked as if the Tail Williams athlete was comfortable. But then the little athlete from Sandy Point Primary, she had other ideas. And with about 70 meters to go, that is when she accelerated and defeated the athlete from Kiwi William. But it was a well-run race, and all of them should be commended.
Commendation to all of the athletes, the under 11 girls. Athlete, put your hands together for the under 11 girls. Doing pretty well. Good showing by the under 11 girls at the 400 is not really completed yet. They say Grant Welch now completing. A good run by all of the under 11 girls from the Brantwedge. We did not have anybody there from the Newton Ground Primary School, it would appear.
Yeah, we observed that Newton Ground did not participate. Perhaps they are strategizing as to which areas they're going to put their athletes.
Being a smaller school, yes, you have to strategize. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, the under 11 boys, 800 meters. We have running out of lane 2. The Calvin Gift. Running out of lane 2 for the Sandy Point Primary School. The Calvin Gift. And lane 3 for the Till Williams Primary School. Anik Huggins. Out of lane 4 for the Brantwedge Primary School, Lanje Cannoneer. Lane 5, Skip. Lane 6 for the Sandy Point.
The Sandy Point athlete went
because the two races thus far, when it looked as if Kiwi Williams were going to bring home the goal, all of a sudden Sandy Point goes into acceleration and leaving them in the dust.
Well, it's all happening here. Quite a keen competition here this afternoon. No one school running away with it, Mr. Wiltshire, and this is quite interesting indeed.
All right, so there you had it, the completion of the under 11 boys. 800 meters unofficially being taken by Gift out of the Sandy Point Primary School. Jamikai Joe out of the Terry Williams coming in for second position, and Huggins and Nick Huggins for the bronze medal. That is unofficial, ladies and gentlemen. Farrell on the outside. Farrell looking strong. Jania Farrell. On the inside we have Alicia Huggins. And they're battling it out for the first 200 meters. This is the 800 meters, ladies and gentlemen. A long way to go. Coming around now, 600 meters to go. We are with Alicia Huggins. Alicia Huggins with it. Trying to move away from the rest of the field. Quite steadily.
They come around the curve now. We're just on 100 meters to go on the first lap. We see the athlete from the Sandy Point Primary trying to build a lead, but the Terry William athlete is saying that I'm going to stay close. As they come down now, it is about 40 meters on the first lap. We see that it is Sandy Point Primary and Terry Williams vying with each other. And now is the bell lap, Mr. Mill. And this is going to tell us what will develop.
Well, with 400 meters to go, it's still wide open. We see Tyrrell Williams being urged on by the fans. We see Sandy Point, and we see another Sandy Pointer, and Mr. Wiltshire with over some 350 meters to go. You tell me more about it.
Well, now we see that Sandy Point look like they want to stand with Tyrrell Williams as they go around with just about 300 meters to go. Sandy Point is trying to bypass Tyrrell Williams, who is trying to hold on as they get on the back track, ladies and gentlemen. The back stretch. Now Sandy Point has gone in front. Sandy Point 1, Sandy Point 2. As I said before, familiarization with the track makes a difference. As they go around now, Sandy Point 1 and 2, Mr. Mills, leading the fray. And Terry Williams, unfortunately, is down, so the Red Cross coming to work here. By Sandy Point.
Well, Bergen with it now, picks it up with just under 200 meters to go. Is Bergen now in the lead, followed there by Huggins. All of them out of the Sandy Point Primary School. Is the under 13 girls, 18 meters. Just under 100 meters to go now. Bergen is trying to bring this one home. Another gold medal for the Sandy Point Primary School. Gold and silver here. Coming down the straightaway. Just about another 65 meters to go. Bergen with it. Coming, trying to bring this one home. To Mr. Bergen out of the Sandy Point Primary School. She's coming down the straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Here comes the Sandy Point Primary School once again. Looking for gold. Yes, it's done. Right there, Teresa Bergen out of the Sandy Point Primary School, followed there by Elisha Huggins, also out of the Sandy Point Primary School. And on the far side, we're looking at the Terry Williams Primary. Perhaps that one is Harris on the far side, looking to bring that one home as well for the Terry Williams Primary School. She's been marked there by the Bruntowitz Primary School, but the Sandy Point Primary School running a very decent and well-organized race.
Well, they're still coming home, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we always say, finish the race. And the bronze is coming in now. And that looks like going to be the Terry Williams athlete, closely followed by Brunty Welch. So 5 would have started. Oh, we have one way around, Mr. Mills. We have a Brunty Welch. I think she was a rabbit. She said out full speed. But now she is struggling to make it, but she will make it. She would make it.
And in these conditions, it is best for 800 meters and 1200 meters that you pace yourself, Sylvester. You don't go out too quickly.
You have to organize your race. You have to plan your race. You have to strategize, and we're seeing some of that by the athletes from the Sandy Point area. A little more than the athletes from the Terry Williams, Brunty Welch, and the Newton Ground Primary School. But all the athletes are trying here for the schools, and that's what we like to see, the effort been put in by the athletes to complete their races. And that was the 800 meters for the under 13 girls, and that was the final, ladies and gentlemen. A very good run by the Sandy Point Primary School in Bergen, as well as Huggins. Oh, there's one still coming. That's what you like about athletes. Okay, she wanting to finish that race, Mr. Witcher. The Brunty Welch Primary School. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Brunty Welch Primary School. Still coming in and trying to finish the 800 meters for the under 13 girls. She's going to do that. She's going to go across the finish line and get a time. Yes.
Sylvester, like I said earlier, you have to listen to Mr. Wiltshire, a man of experience. You see how bright it is? He said once you look at the Brimston Hill area, and then the Brimston Hill area would indicate whether or not we'll have rain here.
Well, that has come to pass, at least in the first instance. All right, coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the under 13 boys 800 meters final. That's the under 13 boys 800 meters final. Running out of lane 1, we have Govile. Out of lane 2, we have Sutton for the Brunty Welch Primary School. Terry Williams in lane 1. In lane 3, scratch lane 4, we have Williams, Jolani Williams out of the Sandy Point Primary School. In lane 5, we have Williams from the Terry Williams Primary School. Lane 6, Bell out of the Brunty Welch Primary School. Lane 7, scratch, and lane 8, we have Aiden Eddy out of the Sandy Point Primary School. Ladies and gentlemen, the under 13 boys 800 meters finals. And they're off. They're off, ladies and gentlemen.
Quite a brisk pace, Sylvester.
Brunty Welch. Sutton looked determined for the first 100 meters.
Well, it's early days, Sylvester.
Early days, Sutton.
And the sun is here with us, Sylvester.
He looks very prepared too. He has on his track shoes and
look organized.
Very much organized. Let us see what Sandy Point has to say about this one. They are going to give him an answer sooner or later.
Yes, with 600 meters still to go, Sylvester, the race is quite open.
Well, we see now Grunterwell Sutton with it coming around just inside 600 meters, working tremendously hard. He's working his arms and his legs quite well, moving away from the rest of the field. Here comes Sandy Point now, going up to ask the question. Are you going to leave me? Am I going to stay here? He's coming down the straightaway. We're with Sutton out of the Brunterwell Primary School. And we have the Sandy Point Primary School in Jelani Williams as well in that race. We also have another Sandy Point in Eddie, of course, Aiden Eddie. And they're coming down the straightaway, looking to go now for the next 400 meters. It's 800 meters, ladies and gentlemen. 2 laps around this track. Now we have the Sandy Point Primary. It looks as though it's taken over. That is Williams. Is it Jelani Williams out of the Sandy Point Primary School? He's under 400 meters to go. Here comes Sutton still, not giving up. It's Sutton and Jelani Williams. So that is the Sandy Point Primary School coming up to just about 300 meters to go. Easing forward. We have the Sandy Point Primary School once more. Easing away from the rest of the field. Followed there by Sutton. Sutton not letting this one go at all. Going across the back stretch for the final time. A little of a tussle there. We have Eddie also putting in a challenge as well. But it's still Sutton in the mix with just about 200 meters to go. We still have Jelani Williams out of the Sandy Point Primary School, followed there by Eddie. Eddie is now easing forward. It's still Eddie coming forward now. It's Eddie and Williams. Eddie and Jelani. Aiden, Eddie, Jelani Williams. Jelani Williams and Eddie. Jelani Williams and Eddie under 100 meters to go. This is going to be a problem. We see Bell. It looks like Bell. Bell is going to ask a question. Bell is going to ask a question. But here comes Jelani Williams, Sandy Point Primary School. Jelani Williams move away from the field. It's Jelani. Jelani is going to beat this one over. Takes the goal. Jelani takes the goal for the Sandy Point Primary School. Followed there by Aiden Eddie. Aiden Eddie. And Bell coming through, of course. Bell coming through. All right, my friend.
Sylvester, an interesting race. Tremendous excitement. We had some twist and turn in the early part and in the later part.
A very good race by the under 13 boys, 800 meters.
Thus far, money's worth is here because we have seen quality performances.
Good afternoon, Sarge.
Okay, so we are once again saying to the spectators that you are not supposed to be out on the field. We'll have to ask the officers to do their job to get you away. The field is for the athletes, not for the spectators.
Sylvester, that race created some buzz here at the Sandy Point Recreation Ground.
Great excitement here for the patrons who are all here. That under 13 race final there by the boys. Under 13 boys brought people to their feet. We are having another meditation ceremony. Just reminding the crowd to stay behind the barrels, please. Remain behind the barrels. Let's have a lovely sports day.
So we now stand by for the second presentation for the afternoon. Medals to be presented by the Chief Education Officer, Mr. Francil Morris. On the 11 female, 800 meters, in a time of 3 minutes, 27.89 seconds. The bronze medalist out of Tyrrell Williams, Jadaskia Williams. Winner with the silver in a time of 3 minutes 15.81 seconds. Out of Tyrrell Williams, Baraka Wigley. Solid goal, ladies and gentlemen. In a time of 3 minutes, 11.90. Out of Sandy Point, Samian Swanson. Move to the under 11 males. Going away with the bronze. 3 minutes, 10.12 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Shajon Wigley. Silver medalist, 3 minutes, 00.63 seconds. Out of Terry Williams, Jamaica Jew. I'm going to make me write down my thumb there. Going away with the goal in a time of 2 minutes, 58.95 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Jacalvin Gift. Move to the under 13 females, 800 meters. Going away with the bronze, 3 minutes 47.70 seconds. Out of T. William, Brielle Isaac. Silver, 3 minutes 07.44 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Alicia Huggins. And running with the goal, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes 56.89 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Jockwista Bergan. Gentlemen, we move to the under 13 800 meters males. Going away with the bronze medal, 2 minutes 51.95 seconds. Out of Bruntiwald, Brain Sutton. Silver medalist, 2 minutes 49.28 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Aiden Eddie. Going 48.35 seconds. Also the Sandy Point, Jelani Williams. Thank Mr. Morris for making the presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, we now stand by for the series on the 9 male and female 150 meters, on the 11 and on the 13 male and female 200 meters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we turn our attention to the under 9 girls. Under 9 girls, 150 meters. Running out of lane 1, we have Clark Brown out of the Bronte-Walsh. Out of lane 2, we have Dorset from the Newton Ground Primary. Lane 3, Rouse from the Sandy Point Primary. Lane 4, Lewis from the Taylor Williams Primary. Lane 5, Philip from the Bronte-Welsh Primary. Lane 6, we have Vera out of Newton Ground Primary. Lane 7 from the Sandy Point Primary. Lane 8, Matthew out of the Taylor Williams Primary. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. On the far side, we see already Sandy Point making up the stagger. That's Warner on Matthew. Coming around the curve on the far side. Looking quite strong, running out of lane 7. Coming down the straightaway. Let us see it's on the 9 girls for the 150 meters. Could it be the Sandy Point running away with this one? Warner with it. Elshaniah Walder will come to and takes the gold there for the Sandy Point Primary School. Followed there by the Taylor Williams Matthew. On the far side, running out in 8, and on the inside, it looks as though we have the Bronte-Welsh.
Yes, Sylvester, good race indeed. 150 meters, and we see there the Sandy Point athlete was able to hold on there. Sylvester, running on the outer lane is not an easy thing to do. She was able to balance and compose herself on a lovely Friday afternoon, Sylvester.
Well, she ran her own race. And that's what you do when you're in the outer lane. You can't see anything. But she just had one competitor from the Bronte-Welsh. Well, on the 9 boys, 150 meters finals for boys. Running from lane 1, we have Lavis out of the Newton Ground Primary. Our lane from the Sandy Point Primary School. Lane 3, we have Taylor Williams Primary School, Rogers. Lane, we have the Bronte-Welsh Stapleton. Lane 5, we have Newton Ground. Lane 6, Sandy Point Primary School Ward. Lane 7, Taylor Williams Primary Morris. Out of lane 8, Bronte-Welsh Primary Zion Tyers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the under 9 boys, 150 meters final. All right, it's off. It's a fair start, ladies and gentlemen. Already we see the Taylor Williams athlete is gone. That's Morris on the outside, really making up some ground. Him in followed there on the outside there by the Sandy Point Primary in Ward. They're coming around the curve on the inside. We have Gift of the Sandy Point Primary. Gift is trying to come to Gift. Is still trying to come to his Gift. Gift, and his ball Gift takes the goal. A Gift coming through for the Sandy Point Primary School, taking the goal unofficially. Also followed by Ward running out. A very good Sandy Point 1 and 2.
Yes, Sylvester, with just 80 meters to go, we see the Sandy Point Primary perhaps maybe more accustomed to the track here with the last 80 meters. They understand the track here. With the last 80 meters, they decided we will dig deep, and once we are fit, we will be able to perform.
Okay, so the standby for the 200 meter series. Tell you that after the 60 meters and 80 meters hurdles, we have Bronte-Welsh 2 bronze, Taylor Williams 1 gold, 3 silver, Newton Ground 2 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze, Sandy Point 3 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze, and that was after the hurdles. So things would have changed since.
All right, there you have the medal count so far, and things are looking well for Sandy Point.
For Mr. Wilcher, I remember Mr. Wilcher was the principal of the Sandy Point Primary, so he's smiling, and his wife behind is also smiling. So they're smiling.
You can take on Mr. Wilcher. He's going to have you for the rest of the afternoon. So
Well, he's
you
my,
go right ahead.
he's my teacher. He taught me the path.
All right.
And one, in those days, he used to use his strap a lot.
All right, coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the 200 meter series. And we're going to have the under 11 girls, 200 meters finals. Running out to lane 1, we have Kayla out of the Sandy Point Primary School. Out of lane 2, the Tyrrell Williams Primary School Samuel. Out of lane 3, we have the Brontowells Primary School Williams. Out of lane 4, Henderson of the Newton Brown Primary School. Out of lane 5 for the Sandy Point Primary Schools, Anisha Liddy. Out of lane 6 for the Tyrrell Williams Primary School, Delicia Cromwell. Out of lane 7 for the Brontowells Primary School, Veronique Warner. And out of lane 8 for the Newton Ground Primary School, we have Powell. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the under 11 girls 200 meters finals.
Sylvester, your sister is here. Beulah is here.
Ah, Beulah, good afternoon to you. All right. She back in Newton Ground. and who's St. Paul's? Sandy Point. Newton Ground and Sandy Point. All right. On the 11 boys 200 meters finals. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 200 meters finals for the under 11 boys. Nothing is happening yet. But look at Brontowells Williams. Brontowells Williams really running a good race there for the first 100 meters. Coming around the curve on the inside. It's the 200 meters for girls. Coming down the straightaway. Can she hold out and bring this one home? For the Brontowells Primary, she's slowing up quite considerably. But she's coming through. On the outside, we have the Newton Brown Primary School in Powell. Is it going to be Powell? Yes, it is. Takes the goal on the outside.
Tremendous race indeed there by Powell. Powell, the outer lane, Sylvester, was able to compose herself and she just glide home, sweet home, Sylvester.
Powell on the outside running in lady, running a very strong racer. Was followed there by the Newton Brown Primary School. Well, she's of the Newton Brown Primary School. We have Brontowells doing pretty well, Warner, as well as Williams out of the Brontowells Primary School.
Sylvester, Powell will be an athlete for the future. We'll have to look at Powell for the future, Sylvester.
Well, the athletes are standing on the finish line. The judges are having another look, making sure they have their placements correct. On the far side, on the starters line, we are looking at the under 11 boys 200 meters finals. Running out of lane 1 on the far side, 200 meters for the under 11 boys. We have running out of lane 1, Rouse out of the Tyrrell Williams Primary School. Out of lane 2, we have Richards from the Brontowells Primary School. Lane 3, Thomas from the Newton Ground Primary School. Out of lane 4, we have Woodley from the Sandy Point Primary School. Lane 5, Warner of the Tyrrell Williams Primary School. Lane 6, we have Nisbet from the Brontowells Primary School. Lane 7, Moraine out of the Newton Ground Primary School. Lane 8, DeCosta from the Sandy Point Primary School. Ladies and gentlemen, the under 11 boys 200 meter finals. The ladies and gentlemen, it's a fair start. It's Sandy Point on the outer lane, DeCosta trying to move away from the rest of the field. Look at the Tyrrell Williams Warner, Zaire Warner trying to make up the stagger. Zaire Warner trying to get at Warner there. Zaire Warner coming around, catching up to DeCosta. Can Zaire hold on? On the outside, we have DeCosta with it. Coming down on the far side is Zaire. Zaire trying to come through for the Tyrrell Williams Primary. No, it's going to be the Sandy Point Primary. Zaire look as though he took it. Oh my word. Well.
Very close between Tyrrell Williams and Sandy Point. Very, very close indeed, Sylvester.
That is neck and neck. We wait for the official results for that one.
A photo finish. Very close indeed.
Sylvester, we have to wait for the finish results there. That one was very tight between Zaire Warner. I know, but they're in our spot up there. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be soon at the under 13 girls 200 meters. A scorcher by the under 11 boys 200 meters finals. And we're looking now at the 200 meters final for the under 13 girls. Running out of lane 1 on the far side, we have the Bronte Welch Primary Lewis. Deriska Lewis. Lane 2 Scratch, lane 3 Rogers for the Sandy Point Primary School. Lane 4 Gilbert, the Nikwa Gilbert of the Terry Williams Primary School. Lane 5 Brown, Kadia Brown of the Bronte Welch Primary School. Lane 6 Scratch, lane 7 Julivia Versailles of the Sandy Point Primary School. And lane 8 Zenisha Lewis of the Terry Williams Primary School. Ladies and gentlemen, under 13 girls, 200 meters finals. Still asking the crowd to stay back behind the barriers. Those of you on the eastern side, remember to stay back. Stay clear of the track. Stay behind the barriers. Those Sandy Point students, and they're off. On the far side, Terry Williams trying to move away from the field, running out of lane 8, Lewis. Followed and trailed by Versailles out of the Sandy Point Primary School. The first 100 meters looking good for the Terry Williams Primary. Look at the Bronte Welch in Brown. Brown is coming along quite rapidly on the inside. This one is going to be looking very tight. Here's the Terry Williams Primary, Zanisha Lewis. Zanisha Lewis is running away from the rest of the field. Zanisha Lewis is going to take goal. Zanisha takes goal here for the Terry Williams Primary School. Sandy Point Primary School in Rogers coming through for the bronze, for the silver medal, as well as Sandy Point Primary Versailles for the bronze medal. That is unofficial, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, a tremendous race indeed from Lois there, and I'm certain Lois must be proud of herself. She was quite composed, nice movement of the arm and the feet, Sylvester, and I'm certain that she must be saying, well, if I'm running so well, I will run even better with the relay. She ran a good race indeed, Sylvester.
Very good race there by the Terry Williams athlete in Lewis. Coming through on the far side. Not easy to run on the outer lane, but she did it quite well on this occasion. Coming up shortly, the final 200 meters for the under 13 boys, the final 200 meters for the 200 meter series. We have the under 13 boys, 200 meters finals. Running out to lane 1, we have Alfred of the Newton Ground Primary School. Lane 2, French from the Sandy Point Primary School. And on lane 3, Gums from the Terry Williams Primary School. Lane 4, Diaz of the Bronte Welch Primary School. Lane 5, Prentice from the Newton Ground Primary School. Lane 6, Davis of the Sandy Point Primary School. Lane 7, Finch of the Terry Williams Primary School. And in lane 8, we have Henry of the Bronte Welch Primary School. Ladies and gentlemen, the under 13 boys, 200 meters finals. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen, away they go. We see Sandy Point Primary Davis, Kaif Davis trying to make up the stack on the rest of the field. Kaif Davis coming around there. Running out of lane 6 is Kaif Davis running away from the competition. He'll be followed there by the Terry Williams Primary School in Kurt Finch. Kurt Finch down the straightaway. He's looking for Kaif Davis. Kaif Davis now moving to the finish line. It's going to be a tight one. No, it's going to be the Terry Williams. Terry Williams sneaking in there and taking that one. That is Kurt Finch there coming through finally and taking that one in grandstand. Mitchell Gums. Oh my word. What a run there by the Terry Williams athlete.
Tremendous race indeed by the Terry Williams athlete. Within the last 60 meters to go, he went into overdrive, Sylvester, and the Terry Williams have the crowd here on their feet here at the new recreation ground. Sylvester, tremendous race. Tremendous race indeed.
Very good race there. Well done by Kurt Finch out of the Terry Williams Primary. Really sneaking in. He's running on the inside, coming out of lane 4. Excellent
Seems to be that
competition.
we're going to have a ding-dong battle this afternoon.
Well, you can, Mr. Wiltshire will tell you more about that. All right, guys, I'm going to run on a mission.
You get there safe where you're going,
Yes,
Sylvester.
yes,
And
yes.
hope to see you next week at St. Paul.
Hopefully.
Next week you'll get your potato pudding at St. Paul.
I will. Okay, thank you, guys.
Yes, Mr. Wiltshire, like you said, no one school is actually running away with it. We have a tight competition here this afternoon.
That is what most people came out to see, not total domination by any one school, but competition, and then the best school would win. So we're going to stand by for yet another medal presentation, and this would be the series 150 and 200 meters coming up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our third medal presentation for this afternoon. The presenter being Olympian Miss Virgil Hutch.
She's looking quite smart this afternoon, Mr. Wiltshire.
The under 9 150 meters female. The bronze medalist in a time of 26.11 seconds. Out of Bronte Wells, Carlia Clark Brown. Going over the silver in a time of 25.78 seconds. Out of Terry Williams, Rainier Matthew. And running over the goal, ladies and gentlemen, in a time of 24.50. Out of Sandy Point, as Sonia Warner. Move to the under 150 male finals. Winner with the bronze, 23.65 seconds. Out of Terry Williams, Jomea Morris. Silver, 23.44 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Raheem Ward. The gold medalist in time of 23.16 seconds. Also of Sandy Point, Calvert Gift. Female. Bronze in a time of 33.44 seconds. Out of Bronte Wells, Kejanel Williams. Silver in a time of 33.22 seconds. Also out of Bronte Wells, Dominique Warner. Going over the goal, 32.60 seconds. Out of Newton Ground, Jacentia Powell. Move to the under 11 200 meters males. Bronze in a time of 32.44. Out of Newton Ground, Zane Thomas. Silver medalist in a time of 31.88 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Cavante de Costa. In a time of 31.27. Out of Terry Williams, Zaire Warner. Moving on to 13 females. Bronze in a time of 31.71. Out of Bronte Wells, Kadia Brown. Silver 31.52. Out of Sandy Point, Agencia Rogers. And gold out of 2 Williams, 30.87. Zanisha Lewis. Move to the under 13 boys. Winner with the bronze, 29.06 seconds out of Sandy Point, Keefe Davis. Silver, 28.92 seconds out of Newton Ground, Aiden Prentice. And solid goal, ladies and gentlemen, the time of 28.28 seconds out of Terry Williams, Mitchell Guns.
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank Olympian Virgil Hodge for making the presentation.
yes, Mr. Wiltshire, so far we have quite a keen competition so far going on. No one school running away with it. We see Tyrrell Williams, we see Newton. Yes, Mr. Wiltshire, we have in the under 11 boys and girls 300 meters and the under 13 boys and girls 400 meters. So we have in the 300 and the 400 meter series coming up.
Yes, so this will take us to halfway into the competition. And remind you that this is Zone 3. Zone 3 comprising of Sandy Point Primary, Terry Williams, Bunty Welch, and Newton Ground. We have had two zones thus far. The Bassi zone comprising of William Connor, Tucker Clark, Beach Allen, and Irish Tongue, now called the Holiday Smith and Mrs. Smith in loving memory, Mr. Mills. We heard that she passed away. So just as the school is being named. So we see the on 11 girls 200 meters athlete being marshaled out. So that is the next event coming up. Okay, so we have the girls on 11 300 meters. Lane 1 is Kadojan of Sandy Point. Lane 2, Williams of Terry Williams. Lane 3, Cannoneer of Bunty Welch. Lane 4, Powell of Newton Ground. Lane 5, Liddy of Sandy Point. Lane 6, James of Terry Williams. Lane 7, Rollins of Bunty Welch, and lane 8, Henderson of Newton Ground. So the lanes are loaded, Mr. Mills.
Well, yes, indeed, and you have to keep your eyes on Powell. She's a tremendous athlete.
Yes, she has been on the podium once or twice, so we're going to see if she continues to reign supreme.
That's Youthman out there, Mr. Wiltshire?
Yes, Ian Youthman is.
Making sure that all is set, giving them some guidance. And today we witness a 400-meter track, unlike the others.
Yes, right now only 400 meters track outside of Kim Collins. Off, ladies and gentlemen, the 300 meters on the
11.
girls. As they get on the back stretch, we see that Powell earlier clock has a slight lead, but she's been challenged by the Dragons, the T.W. Williams Dragon of Williams. As they come around, ladies and gentlemen, we see what developed is a close one. Powell being challenged by Williams. As they come down now with just about 80 meters to go, Powell is trying to dominate this one, but Williams has ideas as well. As they come down now with just about 20 meters to go, we now see it is Newton Ground 1 and Newton Ground 2 in Powell and Henderson, followed by Williams of T.W. Williams, unofficially Mr. Mills.
Yes, Powell won a smart race indeed. She didn't try to exert too much energy. She allowed the first 200 meters to be average, and then the last 100 meters, Mr. Welcher, she dig deep, and she had enough in her tank to really bring her home. Powell seems to me to be an athlete for the future.
Indeed. So we are going to stand by, ladies and gentlemen, for the boys. Meters boys. Lane 1, Stevens of T.W. Williams. Lane 2, Charles of Bronte Wells. Lane 3, Moraine of Newton Ground. Lane 4, Woodley of Sandy Point. Lane 5, Huggins of T.W. Williams. Lane 6, Sutton of Bronte Wells. Lane 7, Thomas of Newton Ground. Lane 8, the Costa of Sandy Point. Mr. Mill, once again, the lanes are loaded.
Very much loaded. The atmosphere is electrifying here, and you could see the tension really mounting here at the Sandy Point new recreation ground.
Anxious. So stand up. And it's a race, ladies and gentlemen. They're on 11 to 300 meters as they get on the back straight. We see now that Bronte Wells as well as Newton Ground, they are trying to dominate in the early stages. Mr. Mill, as they come around the curve, tell us what is developing here.
Yeah, with just about 200 meters to go. We see Sandy Point Primary and also Newton Ground in stiff competition here. We just under 120 meters to go. Sandy Point looking good. Newton Ground not too far apart. Mr. Wilcher with 100 meters to go. Tell me more about it.
So they come down now, seeing the finishing line in front of them. Let's see what's going to happen, because Sandy Point is being challenged by Newton Ground on the inside. And now, Millsy, it looks like Newton Ground has taken over. Easy, Mr. Mills, easily.
Very, very, very good race indeed by the Newton Ground athlete.
And that looks like Mulwayne.
Mulwayne coming with just 40 meters to go. Mulwayne said, enough is enough. I am large and in charge, and he really demonstrated here.
So yet another unofficially gold medal for Newton Ground. We realize that Newton Ground has not been entering all of the races, but when they do enter, they show that they have class.
Yes, the last two races are Mr. Wilcher, unofficial. Newton Ground with the female, and now Newton Ground with the male, showing you that no one is really running away with it. Sandy Point coming in for some tough competition here this afternoon from T.W. Williams and from Newton Ground and also Bronte Welch.
Okay, so we're now going to stand by for the 400 meters on the 13 series. Coming up, the under 13 girls. But very quickly, tell you after the 800, 150, and 200 meters, medal count, Bronte Welch, 1 silver, 6 bronze. Newton Ground, 3 gold, 2 silver, 3 bronze. Tim William, 4 gold, 7 silver, 3 bronze. Sandy Point, 9 gold, 6 silver, 4 bronze. And that was after the 800, 150 meters.
So Sandy Point leading so far, Mr. Wiltshire.
Yes, so we now stand by for the season 400 meters. 400 meters girl, lane 1, Rollins Bronte Welch. Lane 2, Scratch. Lane 3, Bergen of Sandy Point. Lane 4, Lewis of T.W. Williams. Lane 7, Versailles of Sandy Point. And lane 8, Harris of T.W. Williams. Stand by. So remind you, it's 400 meters trucks, it's one lap, 400 meters.
Well, they used to say 400 meters. Is still a sprint, Mr. Wiltshire?
More so now. And it's a fair start, ladies and gentlemen. The 400 meters on the 13 girls. Out in lane 8, we have Harris of T.W. Williams, being pursued by Versailles of Sandy Point. As they got on the back stretch, Harris is trying to extend on the rest of the pack, Millsy.
Well, yes, well, we just another 220 meters to go. We see Tyrrell Williams looking good, but we see Sandy Point on the inside trying to put up a fight here, but we see Tyrrell Williams go around the curve. Mr. Wiltshire with another 150 meters to go. Tell me more about it.
On the inside, the Sandy Point athlete is moving well, but Tyrrell Williams is moving. She has surpassed Mr. Mill. Something has happened. With just about 80 meters to go. Sandy Point is now in the lead. T. Williams trying to catch, but try as they will today. It's not going to happen today, maybe tomorrow as they come towards the finishing line. We see that Sandy Point has ensured that yet another goal is in the box for them, Mr. Mill.
Yes, indeed. At one time, you saw that Tyrrell Williams would have taken that one, but Sandy Point won a smart.
Sandy Point and T. Williams, silver and bronze. And that in an unofficial, ladies and gentlemen. So that was the 400 meters under 13 girls. So the final 400 meters is coming up, which would be the under 13 boys.
We say good afternoon to the doc. Good afternoon to your doc.
And the off, ladies and gentlemen, the 400 meters on the 13 boys. You see on the outside, Bronte Welch in lane 8 running away, but he's being challenged by Gums of T.W. Williams as they go down the back stretch. It is still Bronte Welch, Rollins trying to make up, going up, but Gums has ideas as well. So let's see what's going to develop as we also see movement here from the athlete from Sandy Point as well. But now Gums has taken over. And as he come around now with just 180 meters to go, Mr. Mill Gums is blazing away.
Well, he's really blazing the track here. The Tyrrell Williams crowd and fans really on their feet. As we see, he comes out here with just about another 110 meters to go. He's looking good. But look at Sandy Point.
Look at Sandy Point, but Gums is coming down here now. He said he has his own dunk pack. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Gums coming down. Sandy Point trying, but try as he may. Nowhere we're going to get Gums this afternoon. So unofficially, it is Gums of Tyrrell Williams, followed by Sandy Point and Sandy Point in that order. Tyrrell Williams and Bundy bringing up the rear. What a scorcher, Mr. Mill.
A scorcher, tremendous race indeed from the athletes in the under 13 boys, and I'm sure the fans here at the Sandy Point New Equation Ground must be really proud of the standard, and you could see the Tyrrell Williams really living up to expectation in that race, Mr. Wiltshire.
You see, Millsy, what we are hoping for, it's a keen combination, no runaway horse today. And we are really witnessing it here at Sandy Point.
Mr. Wiltshire, you are saying, in other words, this could to the wire.
Well, it all depends on who is hungriest, who wants it, which school is hungry, want to get it.
Well, all the athletes look willing and ready to go, Mr. Wiltshire. It has been a splendid performance so far.
Yeah, but really, if we are to be realistic, the competition thus far has been between Uniground and Tyrrell Williams and Sandy Point.
Yes, but so far the athletes have been performing well.
So I remind you that after the 800, the 150 and the 200, Bundy Welch has 1 silver, 6 bronze, Uniground 3 gold, 2 silver, 3 bronze, William 4 gold, 7 silver, 3 bronze, Sandy Point 9 gold, 6 silver, 4 bronze, and that was after 200. Since that, we have had the 150, we have had the 300 and 400 meters. I see coordinator Elvis Pepe heading this way and his partner. Maybe it could be intermission, Mr. Mills.
Intermission, Mr. Isaac.
Okay, Mr. Now is a food race. So now is the time for you to coming up. Oh, so medal presentation for the 300 meters and the 400, and these are going to be presented by Mr. Delwyn Delaney, the president of St. Kitts Nevis Athletics. Okay, we are back. after the intermission. And just before the 80 meters, just to tell you that we are starting with Bronte Welch, 1 silver, 6 bronze. Newton Ground, 5 gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze. Terry Williams, 5 gold, 8 silver, 6 bronze. Sandy Point, 10 gold, 8 silver, 5 bronze.
And they're off. This is 80 meters girl on the 7. Who is it? Green? Green? Newton Ground. 1, 2. Terry Williams. Get all around the pause. Girls on the 7.
Dominated by the Newton Ground this time around. Unofficially, we see that Newton Ground 1, Newton Ground 2. Then Terry Williams for the 80 meters on the 7 girls. So we now stand by for the 80 meters on the 7 boys. And we give you the lane assignment. Lane 1, Skeet of Terry Williams. Lane 2, Jules of Bronte Welch. Lane 3, Francis of Newton Ground. Lane 4, Douglas of Sandy Point. Lane 5, Drew of Terry Williams. Lane 6, Hart of Bronte Welch. Lane 7, Scott. Lane 8, Dupont of Sandy Point. Stand by.
We see the under 7. The under 7 boys. We see Tyrrell Williams. We see Sandy Point. We see Tyrrell Williams. We see Sandy Point. We see Tyrrell Williams. Who it is? Is it Tyrrell Williams? It looks like Tyrrell Williams on the outside. It looks like
unofficially, and it looked like 80 meters was too short. They actually wanted to continue. The official had to stop them. So, there's going to be a long hill that probably a boat should be put up close to the finishing line.
Yes,
and that's an excellent suggestion.
Yes, yes indeed, Mr. Wilcher. And a lovely Friday afternoon. And we have in good condition in spite of overcast condition.
Okay, so we're up for the under 9 80 meters girls. Lane assignment, Warner Sandy Point. Lane 2, William T. William. Lane 3, Clark of Bronte Welch. Lane 4, Dorset of Newton Ground. 5, Rouse of Sandy Point. 6, She of T. William. 7, Henry of Bronte Welch. And 8, Vera of Newton Ground. Stand by.
And the just on the 9 girls. Bounty Welch looking good here on the inside and on the outside. It seems as though it's going to be Bounty Welch. It is Bounty Welch. 80 meters on the 9 girls, Mr. Welcher. And it's Bounty Welch coming in the unofficial from here.
Yes, Millsy, and this looked like the first goal they could have gotten for the... So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Bounty Welch. It is the first goal.
Well, Doc, we see here that no one school running away with it. We see Tyrrell Williams, Sandy Point, and Bounty Welch, and also Newton Ground. Mr. Welcher, no one school running away with it.
Yes, it's keen competition. As we stand by now for the boys. On the 9, lane 1, James of Tyrrell Williams. Lane 2, Stapleton of Bounty Welch. Lane 3, Libert of Newton Ground. Lane 4, Gift of Sandy Point. Lane 5, Morris of Tyrrell Williams. Lane 6, Guns of Bounty Welch. Lane 7, Lewis of Newton Ground. And lane 8, Berridge of Sandy Point. Lanes loaded, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by.
We'll try to keep themselves warm.
It's a bit chilly out there right now. So no doubt they are feeling a little bit cold, so they are doing a little warm-up drill. Okay, we are ready to go. White flag is going up.
And they are 80 meters on the 9 boys as they come down. We see Newton Ground, we see Sandy Point on the outside. This look very close indeed. Is it Sandy Point? Is it Tyrrell Williams? It is Sandy Point! Sandy Point, the 80 meters. Sandy Point taking it unofficial from our advantage point.
Yes, it looks like Gift, the athlete coming down there. So, that was the boys on the 9 meters. And we're now going to, I think we're going to move to the for the under 11 boys as well as the under 13. And that would take us to event 25. Remember, we have 38 events. After this one, we'll have 13 more to go.
So we're really winding down, Mr. Wilcher?
No, I won't say winding down yet, Millsy. Winding down when we reach down to about 5. We still have a long way to go. We move now to girls 100 meters on the 11. Lane 1, Derek Warner, Bronte Welch. Lane 2, Amika Henderson, Newton Ground. 3, Sammy Ann Swanston, Sandy Point. 4, let's stick with the surnames. Williams, Tyrrell Williams. 5, Lane 5 is Janelle Williams, Bronte Welch. Lane Jacinia Powell, Newton Ground. Lane 7, Michaela Liddy, Sandy Point. And lane 8, Ciara James, Tyrrell Williams. Girls 100 on the 11.
And they're off. 100 meters on the 11 girls, and they're off with a bang here. Let's see what happened here. Bounty Welch, is it Bounty Welch? Is it Newton Ground? It looks as though it is Bounty Welch.
Bounty Welch seemed to hungry. So the second, unofficially, it seemed to be the second gold medal.
Well, I said it's
Williams of Bounty Welch, who could have done the trick that time around. So that is the first of the 100 meters series. Millsy on the.
Well, you must be smiling. You're the former principal of Bounty Welch. So that's why you look so happy.
Millsy, right now, I come to see good athletics.
Yes, well, you're seeing good athletics here.
Yeah, under 11 boys. Lane 1, Moraine of Newton Ground. Lane 2, the Costello Sandy Point. Lane 3, Stevens of Terry Williams. Lane 4, Charles of Bounty Welch. Lane 5, Thomas of Newton Ground. Lane 6, Woodley of Sandy Point. Lane 7, Warner of Terry Williams. And lane 8, Cannoneer of Bounty Welch. Stand by.
Let's see. Yes, 100 meters on the 11 boys, and we see Sandy Point, we see Newton Ground, we see Tyrrell Williams on the outside. This looking very tight. It looks like Tyrrell Williams is very close. It could be Sandy Point, it could be Tyrrell Williams. What it is? It is Tyrrell Williams. Tyrrell Williams taking the one.
Warner.
I think he ran a smart race.
He has been earlier and he continues to perform well. So, it is happening all here at the Sandy Point Recreation Ground. Stiff competition here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's getting tighter and tighter. No school is giving up. Bounty Welch is not giving up. Newton Ground is not giving up. Terry Williams is not giving up. And also Sandy Point. So the fans getting more than the money worth.
Of course. So it is all happening here at Sandy Point. Round 3 competition this afternoon. Sandy Point, Terry Williams, Newton Ground, and Bounty Welch. Stiff competition, ladies and gentlemen.
Very, very tight.
It doesn't look like we're going to have any runaway horse today.
No runaway horse. I am certain that all the coaches gone back to the drawing room to make sure that the athletes could perform excellent.
So we now stand by for the 100 meters on the 13 girls. On the 13 girl, lane assignment. Rogers of Sandy Point, Gilbert of Terry Williams, Lewis of Bounty Welch, lane 3.
Starters orders.
Okay, quiet silence.
Yes, 100 meters on the 13 girls, and they're coming down with a bang. We see Sandy Point, we see Bounty Welch, we see Sandy Point, Bounty Welch. This looks very tight, it's very tight, it's tight, it's tight. It looks like Bounty Welch.
Bounty Welch again.
Bounty Welch again.
Again, they have a waiting already.
Well. From wondering, from all of a sudden, Bounty Welch. Come alive, Mr. Welcher.
That look like
well, what are they there?
so in that so at the top now is Mr. Mill.
Well, something is happening.
With because Bounty Welch was in the seller position. But with 3. But 3
But not only that, it seems as though this sport are going to go right down to the last event.
Okay, so we now stand by for the final sprint event, the under 13 boys. And the lane assignment, lane 1, Guns of Two Williams. 2, Henry of Brunswell. Lane 3, Prentice of Newton Ground. Lane 4, French of Sandy Point. Lane 5, Pemberton of Two Williams. Lane 6, Rollins of Lane 7, Alfred of Newton Ground. And lane 8, Davis of Sandy Point.
Mr. Wiltshire,
Stand by.
all eyes would be on Gums.
Announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, the races will pause until the parents leave the field. Races will pause until the parents leave the field. Thank you.
Come on, spectators. Parade, you have no call out there, by the way. You can see from over here. You have no call to invade the field. So if you want to continue, please remove yourselves. Or else you're going to be here until 4 in the morning.
All right, so some parents have not left the field, so we will pause. We'll continue to pause the races.
Police, there we go, police. Get into action.
Yes, we know it's an exciting event, and we want you to cooperate. So we are asking you to come back behind the barriers. Spectators, parents, come back behind the barriers. We didn't have that at the other.
At the other zones.
At
So
the other zone.
don't tell us we have an unruly people here in Sandy Point.
We didn't have that at the other zone, so let's all cooperate. Go back behind the barriers, otherwise the sports cannot continue. And they're off. 100 meters on the 14 boys. And look at them as they come down. We see Sandy Point. We see Sandy Point on the outside. Sandy Point on the outside. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
Williams.
Oh, very close indeed.
That would be Keefe David. Keefe Davis.
Keefe Davis looks as though he might have sneaked up on that one.
So we have come to the end of the 100 meters, 80 meters, 100 meters series. And we're now going to have another medal presentation coming up shortly. But the 100 meters, 80 meters, they did create some excitement, Mr. Mills.
Yes, it created buzz all over the ground. All of a sudden, Bounty Welch coming alive here at the Sandy Point New Recreation Ground.
Yes, indeed. So we look forward to the rest of the events. We are now down to, we have finished 28. So we have 10 more to go. Okay, so here comes the athletes for the 80 and 100 meters. Medals are going to be presented by Mr. Lonzo Wilkinson, the coaches coordinator, national coaches coordinator, or in simple terms, the head coach. Okay, so we go right into it. The Honor 7 female 80 meters. Bronze medalist in a time of 16.81 seconds. Out of the Tiri Williams, Janaya Busu. 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 Silver medalist in a time of 15.62 seconds. Out of Newton Ground, Kezia Warner. And runner with the gold in a time of 15.13 seconds. Also out of Newton Ground, Catalia Fleming. To the boys, the under 7 80 meters. Running with the bronze in a time of 15.24 seconds. Out of Bronte Welch, Kyrene Hart. Third, Hart. Runner with the silver in a time of 14.91 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Itanza Dupont. I run over the goal, ladies and gentlemen, 14.181. Out of Tiri Williams, Kai Ju. To the under 980 meters girls. The bronze medalist in a time of 13.84 seconds. Out of Brontiwell, Shakenya Henry. Runner with a silver, the time of 13.72 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Elsonia Warner. Giving Bronte Welch its first gold medal of these games in a time of 13.22 seconds. Kalia Clark Brown. All 9 boys, 80 meters. Going over the bronze, 13.30. Out of Newton Ground, Keandre Lavis. The silver medalist, 12.83 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Kishaldre Barrage. Solid goal, ladies and gentlemen. 12.73 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Calvert Gift. Move to the under 11 females 100 meters. Bronze in a time of 15.34 seconds. Out of Newton Ground, Amika Henderson. Silver medalist, 15.32 seconds. Out of Brunty-Wells, Doni Guana. Ladies and gentlemen, in a time of 15.28, put your hands together for the second gold medal for Brunty-Wells, Janiel Williams. On the 11 males. Going over the bronze in a time of, out of Newton Ground, Zenia Thomas. Silver medalist, out of Sandy Point, Cavante DeCosta. Going over the gold, out of T. William, Zaire Warner. Move to the under 13. 100 meters females. Winner with the bronze, 14.55 seconds. Out of 2 AM, Denisha Lewis. The silver medalist, 14.38. Out of Sandy Point, Calvisha Rogers. And going away the gold in time of 14.28. Out of Brunty-Wells, Kadia Brown. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the under 13 males. The under 13 males, 100 meters. Winner with bronze in a time of 14.65 seconds. Out on Newton Ground, Aiden Prentice. Going over the silver in a time of 14.21 seconds. Out of Sandy Point, Keithy Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, solid goal, 14.20 seconds. Out of 2 AM, Michelle Guns. Michael Guns.
Mr. Wiltshire, we have there Mr. Langford Wilkinson being the presenter. But I like Gums. Gums seems to be an athlete for the future. Good balance movement ahead of him. Yes, Pepe Isaac. And the great youth man.
Okay, so coming up, ladies and gentlemen, would be the 1200 meters open. That would be a 4-lap race. Sorry, a 3-lap.
3-lap.
3-lap. I have my mind on something else.
You have your mind on the 300 meter track.
Yes. So, we wait the medal count after the sprint events.
Mr. Wilshire, the place has really set out to be a lovely Friday afternoon. Will be overcast condition at the beginning. Now you have perfect condition for athletics.
The works of God, my brother, in that it had looked a bit scary. God has seen it fit.
The destruction of them.
So, it is an afternoon, a cool afternoon here at Sandy Point. It's just about 10 more events to go, and it's looking good, Mr. Mills. Some outstanding performances from these athletes from all of the schools.
Yes, I believe that the spectators, the parents, the coaches, the teachers are quite the performance.
So we now stand by for the 1200 meters open girls. We see that we have 12. Harris of 2 Williams, Bergen of Sandy Point, Williams of 2 Williams, and Huggins of Sandy Point. This time around, Mr. Mills. I don't think they have the capacity. Now they're off, ladies and gentlemen. 1200 meters, a 3-lap race.
Well, this is a race of endurance, a race of stamina. So they have to pace themselves, Mr. Wilcher.
Yes. There are 5 athletes, 2 Sandy Point, 1 Bumpty Wells, 2 Tyrrell Williams.
Well, it's still early days, just about 100 meters completed. We have another 11, Mr. Wilcher.
They are in a bundle at this time. They are in a bundle. No doubt nobody wants to move out. They are, in the mind, they are strategizing how they're going to run this race. But we see the 2 Sandy Pointers now trying to go ahead in Huggins and Bergen.
Well, Huggins and Bergen, perhaps they have a game plan saying, well, we're going to run together for the first 800 meters, and from there we will go deeper. But it's just about 200 meters completed, Mr. Wilcher, and with another 1,000 meters, you tell me more about it.
Okay, so they are still going at a ginger pace more or less. The 2 Sandy Pointers out front, then you have the 2 from Terry Williams, and you have Highly Girl Bunty Wells bringing up the pack. But they're just feeding out each other more or less. Nobody wants to make a move so early in the game. As they come around, we're just on 100 meters to go on the first lap. Still led by the 2 Sandy Pointers in Huggins and in Bergen, followed by Williams and Harris of 2 Williams, with Highly Girl Bunty Wells bring up the rear.
Come on, track and field fans, put your hands together for them. It's 1,200 meters, they're going around the track. Encourage them, put your hands together, track and field fans. Give them some love, give them some encouragement. Some of us can't walk 200 meters. Mr. Wilcher, come on.
That sounds like Mr. Mills talking about himself, ladies and gentlemen. But here they go. The 2 Sandy Pointers still leading the fray. 2 Williams trying to catch up. Bunty Wells and breathing on 2 Williams as well. But we tell you they are into the second lap with just about 300 meters to go on the second lap. Anything can happen, Mr. Mills.
Well, it's still early days. We see the 2 Sandy Pointers not too far apart from each other, but just another 210 meters to complete the second lap. And we see the Sandy Pointers out there looking good, the athletes, but we see Tyrrell Williams and also Bumpty Wells not looking bad at all, because it's 1,200 meters, Mr. Wilcher, and it's still early days yet.
Yeah, anything can happen, Mills. It all depends on who has the stamina who has the endurance, but as we keep saying, only time will tell. The Sandy Pointers are trying to build a lead, but we see that T. Williams is saying, well, I'm going to stay close.
Well, Mr. Wiltshire, it's a bright Friday afternoon, even though the lights are on, the sun is still out. We have to thank Almighty God, because when the sport started, it was very overcast, very gloomy, but the work of God is quite bright now, Mr. Wiltshire.
Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, they come down now with just about 20 meters to go on the second lap. I think this is where the action would start, Millsy. Well, here goes the bell, Millsy. The bell is going.
Yeah, with 400 meters to go. There's still Sandy Point 1, Sandy Point 2. We still see Williams there.
She's in striking distance.
Striking distance, anything can happen. And the crowd has come alive, and they are urging the Tyrrell Williams fans are urging her to keep up the tempo, but the Sandy Point athlete would have other ideas with just about 300 meters to complete the race.
The Sandy Point girls are still leading the fray, ladies and gentlemen, in Huggins and Bergen, going up the backstretch, being monitored by T.W. Williams, but no, it looked like they are putting on some acceleration, Millsy.
Yes, with just 200 meters, we see Bergen and Huggins. Seems as though they're coming out of neutral and they're going into another gear. These athletes have been running all afternoon, and you wonder where on earth they get all this energy from. I believe, Mr. Wiltshire, they're going into their reserve tank.
I believe they were drinking giant malt during the mission. Well, they come around now. It is Sandy Point.
Put your hands together, put your hands together.
It is
And they're coming down. They're putting on a show. Bergen and Huggins.
Bergen and Huggins. Bergen and Huggins.
Bergen and
Huggins. Coming home, sweet home.
Huggins just coming ahead of Bergen, Mr. Wiltshire, and also the Tyrrell Williams. Mr. Wiltshire, the athletes are still on the track. We still see Tyrrell Williams.
Runners on the track. Runners on the track. Bring them home.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, bring them home. It is not easy to run. Can't walk, some of us, never mind run. Bring home these young athletes.
Come on, put your hands together for them. 1,200 meters. It's in the race, Mr. Wiltshire.
And that is important.
A tremendous performance from all the athletes here in this 1,200 meter race. They have not dropped out. They are completing the race, and that's what is important.
Of course. So we now stand by for the boys. At 1,200 meters. Oh, she's still coming in. She has completed the race, Millsy, and she's standing.
Well, 1,200 meters. They have been performing all afternoon. Kudos to them. I think they're all winners, Mr. Wiltshire.
Yes, indeed. So we're now going to stand by, ladies and gentlemen, for the boys. The boys are going on the line in a while. And in the boys, we're going to have the Via of T.W. Williams, Bell of Bunty Welch, Rogers of Sandy Point, Jew of T.W. Williams, Sutton of Bunty Welch, and Eddie of Sandy Point.
Keep your eyes on Eddie, Mr. Wiltshire. Keep your eyes on Eddie in this race.
And the ladies and gentlemen, the boys. 1,200 meters. Now we see that look like Gavaya. Sorry, Rogers running like a gazelle. I wonder if he is the rapid.
Well, from the pace, you wonder whether or not if it is a 400 meters.
It's going to be interesting to see him keeping this, Mr. Mills.
Well, it's still early days. Still early days. Still another 110 meters to complete the first lap. And Rogers still have a good lead. But it's whether or not he can maintain it.
That is the question right now. How strong is this boy, Rogers? Well, somebody's saying he's strong now. So, but time going to tell if he's strong now.
Only time will tell. And you hear the applause from the crowd. Put your hands together. Spectators, encourage them. Encourage them, spectators. Well, Mr. Wiltshire, 1,200 meters with another 700 meters to go. He's still looking good.
Well, he seems to be relaxing because nobody he says that I am way ahead. But he can't be too overconfident.
No, because Eddie is a good athlete, and Eddie can run and run well.
And all the others will have intention of winning this race.
Well, another 600 meters to go, anything can happen.
So as they come around, ladies and gentlemen.
Trackside.
Yes?
What is this? What is the tactic? What is the tactic here?
Well, he has maintained thus far.
Second win. Second win.
Can the others go into overdrive? Let's see what's going to develop here. This is interesting indeed. As they come around, ladies and gentlemen, you should be applauding. You should be applauding, ladies and gentlemen.
Chesterfield fans, encourage them.
Big him up. Big him up. He has one more lap. Big him up. Second win.
Yeah, let me see how powerful this young man is. Because he set out like a gazelle. So,
something happening
now it's going to be happening. Ladies and gentlemen.
Last 400 meters. We see Eddie and the others. Eddie with another.
Okay, a change of the guard. Eddie has gone. Eddie stand behind Maisie like he was doing the group up, and now he's gone. T. Williams is still challenging.
Well, with just 200 meters to go, it's Sandy Point and Tyrrell Williams. It all happening here at the Sandy Point recreation ground. We see Eddie and Tyrrell Williams having it out here. Sandy Point and Tyrrell Williams. Sandy Point and Tyrrell Williams. Sandy Point and Tyrrell Williams. Something happening here.
Whoa, this is something amazing. What's going to happen, Maisie? Who is the stronger one? Who is the stronger one, Maisie?
Well, it's Eddie and Tyrrell Williams. It's happening here. Something happening here. Something happening here.
This is a scorcher. This is a run of the game. This is the run of the game. The run of the game.
Well. Eddie.
Dr. Martin.
Dr. Martin is Eddie from here. My advantage point.
This really was a showstopper, Maisie.
Eddie.
This is a showstopper.
Well.
They could go out and play and come back in.
Mr. Wiltshire, I feel like to go out the game, pay me money and come back in.
I second that.
Well.
This was the run of all the zonal meets. This is the run of all the zonal meets.
Well. I hope they have this on tape, Mr. Wiltshire. This was a tremendous race between Tyrrell Williams and Sandy Point. And it seems as though Eddie just got there ahead of.
Well, I am
not the official.
I am too far.
I'm the official.
I am too far, but I'm asking Dr. Martin.
Dr. Martin, tell us.
Trackside. I'm talking to the winner of the boys 1200. What's your name?
It is
So, brother, tell me now, with 150 meters to go, you put in a surge, and what were you thinking?
I want to come first.
You want to come first, but you're afraid. What you thought?
Okay.
And I'm sure all eyes would be on Lewis, Tyrrell Williams.
And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. They're off. You see on the inside, Bronte Welch. On the outside, Tyrrell Williams. And all of them are safely over Millsy. And they come around now. You tell us what's happening.
We see Bounty Welch.
One set to go.
Yes, we see Bounty Welch followed by Tyrrell Williams. It is Bounty Welch, Tyrrell Williams, and Sandy Pound.
Yes, Bronte Welch picking up unofficially yet another gold medal for Bronte Welch. And that looked like Warner. We stand by now for the on 11 boys. On 11 boys, 200 meters hurdles. Zaire Warner of T. Williams in lane 3. Janal Nisbet of Bronte Welch lane 4. Blickwan Fleming of Newton lane 5. Keandre Morris Show of Sandy Point lane 6. Derek Stevens of T. Williams lane 7. And Franz Charles of Bronte Welch lane 8.